What's up, everybody? Bike Builder Bear in the house, saying what's up for Clone Faster and 805 Minis. All the other groups are filled with fakers, not made by fakers, but filled with fakers. I recently got rashes of shit and left all of the other groups because of my oil cooler. Well, I positioned this oil cooler to do something new, and I got nothing but hate. And I got nothing but criticism with no proof. Nobody that even tried to do anything close to it. Nobody that would sit there and do any critical thinking. Just straight naysaying. So I've got a little video of just a little common sense. One of the biggest things that people said is that it wouldn't get proper airflow. Well, I can prove that it gets proper airflow in this next segment, but with a box fan or a home fan. Not only that, a lot of the people that were naysaying, they're just looking at a cover picture. They didn't ask any questions. All they did was talked a bunch of trash, and it's right up against the head. Like, seriously, like, people have mental issues out there, and people are stupid. Corona was never a pandemic, okay? That was all a military psyop. The real pandemic is stupidity. There's a lot of stupid people out there, and a lot of stupid people that'll they'll kill you to prove that they're wrong. You know, and they'll kill you to prove that they're wrong. And in their mind, they will think that they are right. So, that being said, I have ridden the bike plenty. The cooler works. It keeps this bike anywhere from 18 to, I'd say, about 25, 27 degrees cooler than it was running before. That's just the facts. So whatever you want to say doesn't matter. Unless you mount one up and you go ride it and you get it on video and you prove it, all you are is full of shit. A piece of shit. You're a keyboard warrior. You're a soy boy. A fake. A phony. Get over it. Okay? And here on Clone Faster and on my YouTube channel, Bike Builder Bear, I will take any criticism that has proof. If you could put your money where your mouth is, if you have video, something written by someone credible, it's all welcome. But nobody came out with that. Nobody came out with that. And you all know who you are. You're all a bunch of fucking fakes. Okay? And it's the same people that tried to sit there and talk shit about my video, okay, comparing a welded mount to a non-welded mount. Okay? Same batch of idiots. All people that have no common sense. A bunch of the peoples don't even have bikes or the clones or anything. They're just keyboard warriors. I think they're almost bots. But I'm starting to rant. So, anyways, I've ridden it. It works. I will not make the mount for anybody else. But you can steal my idea all day long. I can say that I am very happy with the position of this oil cooler. It keeps the motor cooler. It's out of the way. And I don't have filling or burping issues, which not everybody, but many people have had. When you have two different levels to a fluid system, it will create back pressure and pressure units. If you're pumping fluid up into a reservoir, and then you stop, there's going to be fluid up there. And then what's going to happen is either going to stop and stay and get caught up in a burp behind an air bubble, or it's going to come down. And if there's ever a point where you're checking your oil and that's in transition, you're going to get a wrong reading and you're going to add more oil, then you're going to purge out of your vents. And that is the main reason why I did this. So check out this clip. So I got a fan, lowest setting, pointed straight at my cooler. There's obviously air flowing around. Let's try this. Let's go in here. There's no air flowing through there, huh? There's no air flowing through? Yeah, no air flowing through? There's air flowing through. I've had naysayers say that this thing right here will create a heat bubble. There's a large gap in between there. And here's another thing. This mount that I made right here is painted with regular, cheap Harbor Freight gloss black paint. That paint can't get more than 200 degrees before it starts melting and bubbling off. This thing stays nice and cool. So all those naysayers on Clone Army and Honda Grom clones, all those groups that they said that on all the naysayers that hate me because they had nothing to say, they had nothing to prove, nothing to show, no videos, they're all full of shit. Including Chronic Motorsports in Simi Valley. Plenty of flow. Plenty of flow. And believe me, that fan is only blowing wind like if you're going 12 miles an hour. This is the lowest setting. So again, I've been running the motor, tuning the carburetor. I got it pretty dang close. I'm gonna have my buddy Mike come by and tell me what he thinks. I think it'd get a little better. And that's the way things are gonna be until I get the wideband O2 sensor thing. But check this out. It's nice and hot. It is hot. And I've been running up and down the block, and it's at full operating temperature, and it's good and hot, and I haven't been riding it. I've been letting it sit a lot to get to its hottest temperature, which that's when it gets hottest, is when it's sitting. It don't matter how fast you're going, and if you got the throttle all the way open, when it's moving and the air is cool in it, it's cooler than it'll ever be sitting at a stoplight. So let me show you this. This is just some proof in the pudding. You see, I got my hand in there, and I'm holding my hand in there. And yeah, the head is hot. The head is hot. But as long as I don't touch it, it doesn't burn me. Same thing with the cooler. The cooler's warm, but you can touch it without it burning you, scorching you. So for everybody that says that it's going to create a heat bubble, this thing is fully up to 100%, the highest temperature that it's supposed to run, and it's sitting at a stop. This is when this motor gets the hottest. As you can see, I'm still holding my hand there. And this thing is hot, hot, hot. Okay? There's no pocket of air that's going to stay there. The wind that hits this head is going to blow through here, around this case, and do the job that it was supposed to do. And the mount that I have here is not enough transfer of heat to overcome this thing. It's just not. And then this thing is really solid, and it's out of the way. And if you're to crash, it's gonna stay there. The other components of the bike are gonna hit the ground first. And then this carburetor, man, everything is just working beautiful. Another thing we need for these bikes is high performance CDIs. And there's a bunch of information about going from 4-pin to 5-pin and AC to DC. And I have tried all of the little things that I found online so far to try to do it, switching pins and stuff, switching the wires and adding a power wire. On these clones, this is what I'm thinking. And I'm not going to breach this wire harness. I'm looking for a wire harness with a voltage regulator, because what I'm thinking is these will work with a system that doesn't have a voltage regulator. Now, the voltage regulator is required to pass emissions to keep a governor on the bike, and to regulate the electricity for the charging system and the accessories. What I believe is going to have to happen in order to fix one of these into your bike is you have to separate the timing ignition system, the spark plug system, from the rest of the electrical. So let me flip the camera around and let me show you what I think what's going on. What I think is going on is this is your voltage regulator. And this is the one part that's different compared to a pit bike electrical, which the pit bike is almost the same frame. It's exactly the same motor without a starter, okay, and a charging system for a battery. Okay, but what I think is happening is when you plug this in, the wires are routed through here for timing and to have a governor. Okay, and this unit, I'm pretty sure, governs and does the electrical. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure this is what controls the charging system and that other stuff. So what we need to do is separate a power, the lead coming off the timing, and the coil separately. Then allow this to still be connected to the electrical to charge the battery and to run all the electrical. If anybody has this information, or has anybody done this on a similar bike or anything like this, I'm pretty sure it's similar to setting up a race car or a race bike, because they make you single out all those systems to where if one system fails, the other systems don't fail. Please comment if anybody's got any knowledge or anything on that. If anybody's got some of that good information, please share. Please share. Because I'm trying to get that top end. I'm trying to get to 11,000 RPMs. So if I can get my hands on a whole other wiring harness, I am going to divide the systems between the charging electrical system for all the accessories and the ignition system. And if that works, I will make a full diagram of how to do that, a whole instructional video, how to split the harness up, which wires, and how I got it to work. Because right now, with the cam that I have in it, it does peak a higher RPM. It does coil loop, ding, 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 ding. But I know it could go faster. You can feel that the motor can achieve totally safely a higher RPM. And with that power jet carburetor, now I'll have a 3-jet carburetor. So on the very top end, when the coil system allows the RPMs to go even higher, you can achieve an even faster top end. Just like any race motor, you know, you got to do internal, intake, and electrical and exhaust to get true performance. So again, like I said before, if anybody's got any information on either of these and you want to comment, please comment. God bless. Have a great day.
Check it